Hello and welcome back to the Pride Pod here on Loud and Proud Orlando. Here to talk everything Orlando Pride as we are 3 for 3, Luis. We have started the season with a perfect 9 points out of nine possible. Um, an excellent start for the team. We're going to dive into the Orlando Pride and San Diego Wave. And we're also going to talk a little bit about the Pride players that got called up for the national team. And then we're finally going to have a little bit of fun as we do a little bit of a live NWSL kit ranking. We can kind of look through all the kits that came out this year and rank them based on, how we feel they look, from Orlando Pride's amazing jersey all the way down to the highlighter yellow of Washington Spirit. So I am joined as per usual by Luis Carlos Pineda, my co-host and friend. Luis, how are you doing? Are you excited to talk some Orlando Pride?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks to everybody that support us, to all Pride fans, to all soccer fans in general. Thank you for supporting us here at Loud and Proud Orlando. Drop us a thumbs up and check out our social media, Loud and Proud Orlando on YouTube, also on X at LP_podcast. And also we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So make sure you drop a 5-star rating. It will help us tremendously to grow and make it happen for you week in and week out. So, what can I say? It sounds kind of cocky, but I feel like this looks like a repeat of last season. I mean, it seems like the team is not slowing down. I feel San Diego was obviously better competition. They have improved tremendously, but I think defensively, they couldn't connect. They didn't have as many chances as they wanted. I think Haley McCutcheon is to me one of the best midfielders in the league, and I think that she needs to be noticed, and people need to talk more about her. Emily Sams is killing it. Corey Dyke came in, and she's like, "Hey, I want to stay to be a starter again," and she had a massive performance against Sanchez, which was balling. Again, we John brought up last episode that San Diego was not going to be just the team that you dismiss like that. They had some important players, and I do also want to give praise to Carrie Abello because you got Cascarino right there, and she handled Cascarino. Cascarino came from 3 assists on last game, and she was nowhere to be found thanks to the Pride backline, which had a tremendous game. Um, support. I mean, it's a 12 noon game, man. I don't know how I feel about those 12 noon games, but it wasn't. I mean, it was a weird time. It was a weird time. I like the fact that I was able to, go home and spend time with the fam, after it, and just kind of take a little longer to upload the material and things like that. But I don't know. It just seemed kind of off, when it came to just 12 noon. I wish they would have played for more of a crowd. So for you, for starters, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think the a lot of the reason why that first half for me we just looked really like lackluster is the word that I would, go for. We kind of looked like we were still half asleep in the first half. I think there was a lot of misplaced passes, a lot of just not connecting in the midfield, just not really being able to, get play up to Marta, not finding Banda. It just looked very, lackluster. And I think probably a lot of that has to do with the fact that we started a 12 noon game. I feel like the players were obviously not used to that. I know they talked about it in the post game presser that, like that whole routine of a game day is thrown off compared to what you would usually do and how you would do things and start with like a morning warm up or whatever. You're not doing any of that for 12 noon, right? It's just get to the stadium, get ready, make sure you're awake enough. And I kind of felt it. I think the first half for us was not great at all. I think Marta talked about that. The second half was a lot better. The game kind of started to move in our direction, especially with that goal from Haley that we'll go through in a minute. But yeah, I think the sign of a great team, Louise, is that you win even when you're not playing your best. And right now, Orlando Pride just seems to find a way to get that W no matter what. And this was an example of that. So glad we got the 3 points. Yes, it was a big test against the Wave. I think we matched up to them in a lot of ways, but I think our biggest test that we've seen so far this season, Louise. I mean, compared to the Chicago game and compared to what Gotham threw at us, I think the Wave was way more challenging. So good to see that we rose to the occasion and got the 3 points regardless of the performance.
Yeah, for sure. The Pride won their third straight game to start the 2025 season on Saturday afternoon with a 2-1 win over San Diego Wave FC. And I will say that to me, I think the formula this season is score early, defend, and I think the new weapon in Seb's arsenal tactically, and probably which a lot of players did mention as well, is the set pieces. So set pieces, if you notice, Haley McCutcheon right now, she has 4 goals. Most of them have come from offset pieces. She has a new nickname called Haley McClutcheon. So FYI. But, Orlando is scoring off set pieces. Early success based on them, hitting those, controlling the possession of the ball, controlling the attacking transitions, which they still need, in my opinion, better their finishing ratio. I feel like they could do a little better, but Ali Watt had a lot of chances. Marta also had a couple chances. Banda as well. They're doubling, tripling up on her, which is causing for some of the back lines to have a lot of gaps, and that's where players like Abello and Corey Dyke thrive on that. So we just need to see them to be a little bit more of putting the games away earlier, and I think the Pride is doing that, and scoring early and just controlling the pace of the game. Obviously, the NWSL is going to get tougher and tougher. I'm sure the Wave now, they have tape on the Pride, and if they get to face him on the other half of the season, it's going to be a tougher matchup indeed. So I'm just excited for all this depth. But this for me a particular game, I didn't really see Chalufia making that big of an impact when she came in. I think we need to see that more. And Summer Yates, she made an immediate impact. So she had a really good game when she came in. So we just gotta keep seeing that, and if we keep seeing that against tougher competition, I think we have another double on our horizons, John. I mean, it's who can stop this team? I mean, it's gonna be tough for a lot of the opponents.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that the first half was more of them. I feel like they had more of the chances. I think overall, they did actually create more chances than us. They had more final third entries than us. I think that first half they were trying to impose themselves on the game, and we did pretty well to ride that out, and we just weren't able to kind of get our game flowing. And then the second half with that goal from Haley, it really just kind of settled us, and I think that was good. And we kind of felt a bit more safe in the game and know that okay, we got that first goal, and like you said, then it makes it more difficult for teams to come into it. In terms of the actual how it went, Luis, you could show on screen the timeline of the match. Of like the first half was fairly like they did have more of the ball, but it wasn't really that eventful at all. The game, you know what I mean? The first half was not a lot happened. The second half, things really built up. Obviously, we had the Haley Hansen goal. Summer came on for Morgan Gautrat at the halftime. It's interesting you said Summer had a good game, Luis. I actually think Summer did not have a good game. And I'm wondering whether it's going to reflect in the stats. I watched her lose the ball a lot and make passes that, accurate passes here. She's on 50%. If I show you here. So she just was giving the ball away a bit. She had a couple chances where she tried to dribble and didn't really go. She had that shot here. You see the big chance it's missed. There was that opportunity where it was on a plate for her and she skied it over the bar. So, I just think this wasn't Summer's game. I think right now with Julie being out, and Angelina is starting at that left position, but at any point, Seb could go, I'm going to put Angelina back in the D mid, and then that left wing is open, right? So I thought this was an opportunity for Summer to come in and really impress and say, this is why I should be starting at left wing. And I just didn't see it. I think she had a bad game, honestly, Luis. So, I differ from you on that one. And I think Priska, I agree on what you said. I think we just didn't see enough of Priska in this game. I think, you see the heat map here. We need to see Priska get more involved on that right side. And also I want to see her get more inside. You know what I mean? Like she's very much on the wing, which is great, but I want to see her cut inside and try and connect with Bandar, be a bit closer in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I just felt Summer was trying to generate attacking plays. She was really eager, and maybe due to that eagerness, like you said, she had a couple of turnovers. But I think she's coming. Hopefully, we'll see her more now that, like you said, Julie's down. We see her going back to the way, her old ways. But on the level of some of the substitutions, I mean, the competition was tougher, but I mean, Priska is physically imposing, and I just didn't feel, the immediate impact from the get-go when she came in. I know it's gonna get better. It definitely has to get better because we're gonna get tougher competition ahead. And yeah, but other than that, I mean, I feel like Brianna Martinez is back, so I'm happy for that. I'm happy to see her on the pitch. Shiboshi's having a lot of minutes as well. So we're seeing that. And one thing I do want to say is like people are just doubling, tripling down on Banda, man, and I think the team needs to get ready because it's gonna get uglier. I mean, teams do not like us. Like, the commentators of this game when Marta had the penalty, like I just don't understand what kind of Panenka they've seen. They said it seems like a Panenka. It's almost a Panenka. So they didn't even acknowledge that it was a Panenka. Guys, it was a Panenka. What can you just say? Yeah, Marta score of a Panenka. Like, is it that hard to say that she scored a Panenka? Like, just like those little things bothers me because it's like you're not acknowledging the GOAT, man. You're not acknowledging, you do a Panenka and see if you can do a Panenka. Like, you got to have a certain level of skill and trust in yourself to do a Panenka. Like, not a lot of players do it. And I just think for her to redeem herself like that with a beautiful goal of a penalty was great. What are your thoughts on of Anna Morehouse in this game?
Yeah, I mean, if we go through the game there, obviously, like we got the Haley Hansen goal, and then where is key to talk about Anna Morehouse is because I'm not be able to say this last name at all.
Okabuchuku.
Okawuchu? I don't know. Okawuchu? I don't know. I'm lost on this one, but she came on, and she immediately, as soon as that happened, I thought in my head, okay, this is a new wrinkle for us. Like we've been defending pretty well, but they had who is it, Leon on front up top, right? And she's like a small, fast, pacey striker. Then you brought on Ochewuchu Kuchu. I can't say her name. I
Sorry about
apologize.
that, guys.
We will try to learn it. She came on and just is a completely different type of striker, a big unit of a striker. Kind of looked a lot like Oshwala, who plays for the Bay
Yes.
up front. It's similar
Wow,
build,
that's a great
just
analogy.
just an absolute unit. And I thought, well, this is something different for Emily Sams and Kylie to deal with. And then immediately there's like the quick throw in, and then the ball comes in, and yeah, I just think it's Anna comes out, doesn't get the ball, goes for the punch, doesn't get it, misses, and the striker comes off the better and gets the goal. I mean, it's with a big player like that, it's difficult. It's just like when Orlando City are playing and Benteke is in the box, and you got to deal with that. It's the same thing. You've got a big striker in the box, and they're good aerially. And because it all was so new, she just come on the field. This is a new player, literally her debut. We had no idea. There's no tape. We have, maybe there's a little bit of insight on, this new striker might come on and she's going to be, a big physical type. Outside of that, it's hard to know. So a little bit of grace there goes on the fact that it was such a new player, but not a great clearance from Anna. I would have liked her for at least to connect with that ball, try and punch it out. But a good header and a well finished. And then they reviewed it. I don't know why they reviewed it. Honestly, it looked like a goal for me. I don't think it was offside. They were reviewing like it was potentially like Anna had, was fouled in the process. But if you watch it back, that's not the case at all. I don't think Anna was fouled. So yeah, a fair goal for them.
So we have Nigerian international.
Yes.
19 years old, Chiamaka Owuchukwu.
Owuchukwu. Okay.
That's right.
I got it.
And she's from she came from the Nigerian Women's Premier League club, River Angels FC.
Love it.
She is part of the 2024 Under-20s Women's World Cup Nigerian national team. She scored 2 goals, 1 assist. She represented Nigeria at just 16 years of age. 16 years of age.
Yeah.
She helped Nigeria go undefeated in the group stage and advance to the quarterfinals before falling to the Netherlands. So she occupies an international slot right now, but obviously...
Is Oshwala Nigerian as well? I want to say yes.
Yeah, I mean, but she's
two very big players up front.
She came in
Nigeria.
She came in and she's like, it kind of reminded me of when Chawinga first came in the league, or when Banda first came in the league. So
I mean, this is
good for San Diego, man.
This is the trend right now, man. It's all across the league. Like you've got Kudanaji, you've got all of these African players coming across.
That's awesome.
Who were making an impression on the league. A lot of it is because of their physicality, and they use that to their advantage. And good for them. Whether you're fast and nimble like Barber. I mean, Barber is also extremely strong. Priska's a package all in itself, big, strong, and fast. It's just different types. Like you got to have the technical skill, of course. But this was a new wrinkle, and I think Chiamaka Okuwuchu. I lost it again, Luis.
There you go.
But she had a great goal, so take nothing away from her. I don't know why they reviewed it. I think it was completely fair. And then after that, Chilufya came on for Ali Watt in the 64th minute, and then the 75th minute, Luis, there was the penalty called on Barbara Banda, who went down in the box for a foul on her. Then Marta steps up to take the PK. Okay, we got a comment here. Okuwuchukwu. Okay, thank you. We appreciate your pronunciation guide to help us.
So Okuchu
The KW is pronounced like a
Okuchuku.
Q.
Okuchuku.
There you go. That helps. Yeah.
Okuchuku. Oh, Okuchuku.
That's why
Oh,
the KWs are throwing us. We
man,
got to
I'm
pronounce
sorry
them
about
like
that, guys.
Q's. Yeah.
Thank you so much, MD Pius.
We appreciate that.
Appreciate that, man.
But Marta's penalty, she steps up, after, by the way, the first penalty, the ref took forever to get everything set. So first penalty, Marta's waiting a long time
Yeah.
just for the ref to like get everybody behind the line, make
Horrible
sure it's all
refereeing, man.
good. We'll talk more about the ref in a bit, but that was all good. Then Marta takes the penalty, comes off the post at such an angle that comes straight back at her. We don't get the follow-up opportunity missed to go ahead in a 1-1 game. Then ref blows the whistle. No, we got to come back. VAR saying there's something wrong. On the broadcast and in the stadium, they announced this is because the goalkeeper left the line early. They're saying that Kailen Sheridan, not Kailen Sheridan. Is it Kailen? I forgot her first name. Taylor Sheridan jumped off the line too soon, and therefore they have to retake the PK. That was not the case. From what we've also heard is that, in fact, it was from an infringement from the players, or an encroachment, as they would say, from the San Diego Wave players entering the box too early. So I've heard mixed reports on this, Luis, whether it was called back for what, I don't know. It was two different things. I think both are probably true based on what I've seen. It does look like Sheridan comes up for line early. It does also look like the players are in the box. Specifically, the player that was in the box, who was also the player that I believe probably should have been sent off in the first half, was Lundqvist, who was the right back for San Diego Wave, who put in several bad challenges in the first half on players, and should have got a yellow card in the first half at least. But yeah, she was in the box too early, so they retook the penalty. Marta steps up for the second time. This time goes for the Panenka, or the Panenka, depending on how you want to say it. And in off the bar, and all is good. And we're running out of there with a 2-1 win. But the ref, I mean, it just looks so bad, Luis. The whole situation, they didn't know what was happening. We got to take it again. There were so many times in this game where I was just like, what is happening? I mean, so many challenges that I think were not called correctly. I mean, I just talked about Lundqvist, who was going in the back of players, tackling through the back of Marta, tackling through the back of Ali Watt. And she didn't get a yellow, I think, until late in the second half, I want to say. After
she was calling
3 or 4 fouls in the first half.
Yeah, they were calling everything.
She didn't even get a yellow
for the Wave, and the Wave actually didn't do their job. I feel like, I mean, it seemed at times that Orlando Pride's defense was just very tough for them to break, and even though they had some chances, or those chances never got to the promised land, and
yeah.
I mean, that's a good testament on the Pride's part for sure. But I feel like the ref, I don't know, man. I don't know. Call me a conspiracy theorist, or I don't know how you say it, but I just think that I don't know. It seems okay. Yeah, we're facing the Pride today. Okay, yeah, we need to tilt the scale onto the other team. It just seems like it's back-to-back games. It's been like the refereeing has been subpar, to be honest with you. And
yeah,
and like they give a yellow to Seb,
yeah. Well, that was part of the their goal was we went through all the processes like Seb said, and we weren't allowed to bring our player on when there was a moment to bring our player on. So I mean, yeah, there was lots of things. Rachel here talking about Sheridan has gotten carded off the same ref for saying we paid the ref off. Like, I mean, wild. There's just wild. I wanted to see the fouls here, Luis. It actually doesn't show. on here, I believe, which is annoying. But yeah, I mean, I know there was lots of fouls. There wasn't any yellows given out at all to them, which seems wild considering how many fouls there were.
I mean,
Especially
they
like I said
were
on Lundqvist, who had 3 fouls in the first half alone, which definitely one or two should have been yellows.
they were one of the league's darlings when Alex Morgan, your favorite player in the world, was there. Um, but but now, I feel like they see what the Pride is doing, what Kansas is doing, and I just feel like trying to kind of copy paste, with some of the signings that they're making. I mean, these are, Cascarino, and you have Leon Sanchez. Now you have, the Okuchukwu. Uh, so it's gonna be great. I think San Diego has good players. They've definitely come a long way, but I still feel the Pride was two steps above. And I feel like some of the subs did not make an immediate impact, but I think the next game is another story. Now, we have comments here. Let's see here. Let's see. Rachel, Sheridan has gotten carted off with the same ref for saying that we paid the ref off, which is eternally funny. Seb earned that yellow, but yeah, they miscommunication Plex with the fourth official, so they thought they were passing to sub, and that has happened with the same team, same ref, and the same set piece. Well, if it's the same ref, then she has an issue. I just feel she has an issue. Now, where does the ref belong to at this point? Oh,
Oh man, I mean, it's not good. I'm counting up all the fouls. Okay, I counted them up because it wasn't a stat, but they're individually in the stats. So we had 13 fouls made by San Diego Wave, not a single yellow.
not a single card. Get out of here.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
Get
that's
out of here.
like I said about Lundqvist in the first half. I mean, I keep repeating it, but I was just shocked. Some of those fouls, like that one on Barbara Banda, the first one, she went right through the back of her.
Exactly.
Any other ref would be like, you're fouling from behind immediately. That's a yellow card. I mean, she spoke to her after that third foul and then didn't even give her a yellow. It's like, what's happening here? The one right at the end of the game made me laugh, where she called foul on Marta while she was lying on the ground with her foot on the ball with 3 other players around her kicking the ball. So, if Marta's dangerous at that point, I don't know what to say. So, yeah, it was just bad all around from the ref, and it's something that we've seen. We talk about every week, Luis, and I don't want to talk about it. I think it's depressing, but it's just the level and the standard required for to make an enjoyable game a lot of the time is just not met, I think, and we see a lot of issues, so we have to talk about them. But yeah, overall great to get the win, and I think we didn't perform our best, and maybe I don't want to say it's like a wake-up call, but like we're gonna have to be on a better game, I think, offensively for sure, when we play the likes of
Kansas.
Kansas and Washington. If we perform like that, we're probably not going to be walking away with a win. So and the players know that. Marta talked about that in
Yeah,
the first
Marta was
half, and
straight
then
up
they know when they're not performing well, so I don't think they'll be surprised. And
Yeah,
Emily
Marta
Sands,
Marta
it,
came in, and Marta's such an amazing. Just when she comes into the room, just lights it up. She comes in and she's like, "Oh, can I drink this water?" And I was like, "Yeah, this are for you. You're Marta, man. Like,
you can
there's a
do what
cup of
you want.
water. It's just a funny. So she sits down, is chugging on her water, and then the first thing she says, like, "Yeah, the first half, it seems like we were sleepy." Exactly. It's like we were sleepy. And I feel just like Rachel says here, I think it's because it was a noon game. I think, it kind of throws off their schedule. And not only that, it was hot as I mean, this weather, man, it's been so inconsistent. It's like chilly in the morning, like 60 something degrees, 50 something degrees, and then boom is like 85, 95 degrees. Like but at noon it's like high peak. It says Jonas had a sunburn. It says
Yeah, I mean it's kind of harsh on San Diego Wave too to be like come here and deal with the heat and play. Like we're used to it, but like for them it's like why are we playing at noon? I don't understand that one.
I
Like
mean,
there was so much. It wasn't like there was overlap with games, like or anything. Like 2, 3 in the afternoon, it's like would have been better than noon. Like I mean, it might have been hotter, but at least the players are a bit more awake. I just don't get where you get noon from. Who selected that time?
was it the commissioner?
It's got to be NWSL. I can't imagine the club is wanting a noon game. Like that's not good for ticket sales. It's not good for pregame, all that stuff. It throws it all out of whack. So, a few more things I wanted to talk about here, Luis, before we move on. Um, Subs that were interesting. Brandon Martinez coming back on for this one. We hadn't seen
I'm
Brianna
so
for in a
happy to see
while. I
her.
thought she stepped in and played pretty well. The right back, Zara Shavoshi got on the field again. Priska, we talked about Ali Limos again getting on the field for some minutes. The one that is a sub that didn't happen that made me very sad was Grace. I watched Grace warming up on the
Yeah.
sideline all the second half with all the other players. And I don't question Seb because he's a great man and he knows exactly what he's doing. But I just give Grace 5 minutes. Can we see what she can do? Can we have 10 minutes of Grace? She looks fit enough. She's warming up all game. I just don't know why we haven't seen her yet. And there might be a reason. We might be ignorant. It just makes me sad. I want to see her out there. It's been so long. We've been waiting so long. She finally looks fit enough. I'm hoping at some point soon we're gonna get to see a little bit of Grace Chanda because I want to know what she can do. I'm excited. I've seen clips of her playing for her national team, and she tears it up for Zambia. So I want to see her in a pride shirt, man. I want to see her out there.
3 days grace. We need to see Grace in 3 days, hopefully. And we need to see her more than 3 minutes. And yeah, I second that 110%. I also, just like Arrow Fighter says, where's Ohani?
Oyani is here, and we know, and they posted that.
51?
They posted her at the stadium. So it's officially here. I think it's all, the paperwork seems to be done from what I can tell, but she wasn't, in the lineup. So maybe it's not quite ready yet. But yeah, two new players essentially, right? Like, and then the eventual, return of more players from SEI, like Simone Charlie. Still waiting on that one. Would love to see her at some point. So this Pride team still has levels it can go up for sure, Luis. And one last thing I want to call out, and this will actually take us nicely on probably to our international section because I'm sure this will spark a conversation. But Carrie Abello with that run back at the end of the game, I mean, what a run and a chase down she had to stop that equalizer. The San Diego Wave attacker, I can't remember who it was. I don't know what she was doing because she almost like slowed up enough to allow Carrie to catch up with her. So great run by Carrie, and yet again leaves us all wondering where she is in the national team situation, and one that we really feel like should be getting a call up. So Emma Hayes, I hope she saw that clip, Luis. I hope she saw that clip of Carrie because she's a top quality left back.
Look, we need to see in the national team. We need to see consistency. We need to see new faces, and we need to see minutes. Like if you want to win, if you want to keep being a top level national team, your players need to have minutes because you have such a short window to when they're together, all of them as a team. So the more minutes they have, the more game ready they are, the easier the transition of getting used to the national team systems are going to be. So because you're literally meddling with 4 or 5 days of just being together in camp and things like that. So it's a limited amount of time. It's look, let's see what this coach can do and let her cook. But so far, I see she calls people from the Houston Dash. She calls people from Racing Louisville. She calls me, might as well just call people from Tampa Bay Sun too. Why not? Parker. She could call Parker. She could call, Nacello, Sydney Nacello. She can call Sydney Nacello too. I don't know. Like, you're telling me this is the reigning NWSL champion right now, Erica Nadaner. Nadaner is not better right now than what we have in the national team. I think it is.
I think Kylie's a little bit too old to make the call up, and
Sorry, Kylie.
her performances deserve it. But I think Emma Hayes is looking to the future. So like Carrie's 25. There's absolutely no reason why she. And I think left back wise, I'm not. Emily Fox can play left back, but it's really more of a right back. Crystal Dunn can be a left back, of course. It gets put there all the time in the call ups. But if you show on screen, Luis, we've got the roster here up. I mean, Avery Patterson is the one that called up for Houston Dash. I don't get that over Carrie, in my opinion. So I think in other camps in the past, there was reasons maybe why Carrie hadn't got picked. Maybe it was off season or whatever. But this one, I don't get it. I don't see why she's still getting overlooked. I think it just kind of makes me feel like there's a reason behind it. I don't know. I think it's hard to look over such a strong performer in this league and one that is consistently performing week in, week out, and dealing with some of the best wingers in the league, right, Luis? So yeah, a shame, but of course we're reflecting on the negative of Carrie not being included, but the positive, of course, Emily Sams is getting the call up, still consistently getting the call up. So congratulations to her. I know she's probably frustrated by that move that happened to her in the San Diego Wave game where Chiamaka flicked it over her head. I think that's probably going to have to review that one and not want to watch it back. But, overall, she's having an incredible season and just one of the best, most consistent players in this team. So I would like to see her actually get to start in some of these games against Brazil, Luis. Like, she's been called up a lot, but really hasn't played that many minutes. Like, she's got off the bench, but never really given a start in a decent, game. And these are friendly, so I don't see why not.
No, I agree with you 100%. We need to see her. We need to see her. Hopefully, Rachel says Kylie and Haley are in the lost generation. Arrow Fighter says, I thought with Tierna injured, she might have a chance, but they even chose Minnie Thompson over her, says Arrow Fighter.
Yep.
Carrie's being totally ignored for the one hole that is light that is light on the team. There you go.
I mean, it's true. Like, honestly, left back is I think there was always an opportunity there for Carrie because I just don't feel like it's owned like other positions in the U.S. women's national team. And that's why I really thought she'd be getting a shot here, but it's just not to be. So on the other side of this, Luis, of course, they're playing Brazil. And, of course, our star, one of my favorites, getting the call up. Again, Angelina, as well as Adriana, of course, not
going to be
playing
so
for us
influential
anymore, but she's still getting the call up. So Angelina, no Marta getting called up. I think she's pseudo done with the national team for right now. And of course, sadly, Hafa got injured recently, or might have got a call up right here. So Angelina, the only Brazilian for us going away for that camp at the moment. And then finally, I couldn't find it because I just didn't have time before. But Anna Morehouse, once again, getting called up to go with England for the national team call-ups as well there again. So those are our – we have actually, no, wait, we have one more. I almost forgot. A U.S. national team future camp call-up or a U-23 call-up
Right
for
there.
Zara Shavoshi here with the Orlando Pride. Of course, we talked about her getting some starts, did very well in college. So she was always on the youth national team radar, but great to see her getting that call up here. I would have liked to have seen Ali Limos get a call up here. Maybe they feel like there's better options in midfield than Ali, but she has been a lot a part of the U20 team. Maybe she's still in that team and not graduated to the U23 team yet, but potentially Ali in the future to get called up in this one as well. So that's everything we've got on international, Luis. Pride players playing away. And we talk about that, of course, because we are going to be now on an international break week away. So there is no Pride game this week. We have a week off before we come back to play the Seattle Reign.
Yeah, I jumped the gun on there. So I know that I put the Seattle Reign stuff already, but that's gonna be for next week. Next week's spot, we're gonna go dive into the Seattle Reign for sure. But what's the next topic, John?
Quickly, I want Rachel's comment here. Yolanda Thomas got the coach call up for U23 as well.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
right.
correct. Yeah, part of the Futures Camp. So shout out to Yolanda. She received I don't know if it was an award, but they had a whole event last week about women in soccer, and she was presenting there. So I think an amazing coach and someone that deserves all the credit. And so great to see Yolanda get called up to be part of the national camp. I think that's awesome, Luis.
Yeah, I think it's tremendous. I think she deserves it. I mean, that whole. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if the coach of the U.S. doesn't pan out, I mean, first candidate right there is gonna be Sab for sure. I mean, but he has such great coaching staff. Who wouldn't want to be part of this? And I'm sure it's gonna be Orlando Pride versus the world at that point because he's gonna be calling all the people he knows. I'm sure all the people he knows. It says, I think with Germa out, Emily will start to one and not see the field for the others, says Arrow Fighter 333. Thank you so much. Yep. Emily Sams, she's in a very high level right now as well. And I don't know why I don't know why she has to be a sub. I think she's better than Germa in my opinion. But we'll see. Again, I want to give the benefit of the doubt to this coach for sure. I mean, she did marvelous things in Chelsea, so let's see what she can do with the national team. But
Alrighty. And because we don't have a game to preview this week, I thought we'd have a little bit of fun here at the end of the episode and do a kit ranking. So this year, of course, like every year, there's new kits for NWSL. We've seen ours, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And so all of the new kits are here on our tier maker. If you're joining us on YouTube, you can see what we're talking about. If not, listen along and go check them out yourselves. Luis, we start off here with our tier maker. We can change them if you wish, but right now we've got S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. We've got all of the new NWSL kits down here from 2025, and we're going to go through each one and put them in. So if you're in the chat, please drop your comments. Let us know what you think about these kits. Let us know if you think they're nice. Are they fresh? Are they cool? Are they ugly? I think I know Luis has got one he already saw here, which I know exactly where he's going to put that. But let's get into it. So this is a little bit of fun here for us this week on the Pride Pod. So the first kit, and I'm going to kind of show you here as well. I'll pull them up.
Oh,
This first kit, this is the Angel City, Los Angeles authentic jersey. Now, it kind of is like this pinkish, like off color, and it kind of has this like old. You can see like there's this like old timey like features, like kind of like newspapery, like of all these different LA things, like highway, and it says Angel City and all this stuff on it. But I don't know. That's like when you're really close, like far away. I'm not sure. So, what do you think on this one, Luis? Where does it rank?
zipping away again in garbage bill.
So you're not a fan? I mean, it's
No,
not very. I mean, it's kind of
put
like
it-
they put the history there. You think B?
I put a C.
Put a C. Okay, we could always move them around later. Alrighty, let's. I'm gonna pull up real quick the Bay FC jersey here, so we can have a look at that one. That's gonna be next on our list. So, Luis, based on the image you can see right there, what do you think about Bay FC's? Interesting kit.
Let me
Okay,
see here.
here we go. I've got it right here. It's not great. Let's just say that. Okay, where's the picture?
Oh, wait.
There
It takes a lot to load because
it takes a long time. You can
not
see it
bad.
here. It's got the Bay FC logo central. It's got an orange Nike tick central, and then a massive Sutter Health logo. I'm not a fan, Louis.
Not Sutter?
I don't know. Do you see? It's got like a weird. What is this? Like, it's got like bar pattern with waves inside of it.
It looks like
What do you think, chat? I
no,
mean,
honestly,
this
it
is
looks
not great.
it
Look
looks
at
like
that. What is
it looks
that?
too simple to me.
It's complicated, but also simple at the same time.
Like,
All right.
for example, what does the red mean? Because the first thing was black and white.
Weird orange. Yeah, it's like they're.
So what does the red mean? Like,
B tier. Oh, sorry, AFC kit is B tier. Says Arrow Fighter. What about the Bay FC kit, Luis?
I'll put a D.
D.
Yeah, because I don't know what the red means.
It's the orange. I just think that it just looks proportionately strange. Like the logos are all massive. Compared to the rest of the jersey.
Yeah.
So not sure about that one.
Have you ever seen the Power Rangers?
The Power Rangers?
It reminds me of one of the Power Rangers that had the White Ranger,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think so, but maybe. I'm not really sure what that is. Okay, I found our next jersey. Here it is. This is the Chicago Stars. Remember, not the Red Stars. Not the Red Stars, Luis. Not Red Stars.
Is this
This is the Chicago Stars secondary authentic jersey. This is their away jersey. It's like black with some like weird drip pattern. It's got like it's got like literal water,
like Venom or something like that.
In sublimated. It's like what it does look like Venom. You're right. It looks
like a symbiote.
And then it's got this red trim, which when Chicago came and they were warming up in red, like athletic tops, I was like, why are y'all wearing red when you just took red out of your name? Like, isn't this like a whole move away from looking like you're a communist club, like with the Red Star thing? And that's literally why they did it. They did like the association.
Like Union Berlin,
they've still got red everywhere. Like I know it's in the logo and like the colors of Chicago, but it's way more about the light blue. So I just don't get why you would make that big thing about not being the Red Stars and still include red in your jersey. Whatever. I overall, I'm not a fan.
Look. With Chicago, keep it simple, man. Simplicity makes and what really matters.
Yeah.
Look, even CM Punk, the wrestler, he's from Chicago. He wears the Chicago colors, which are like a turquoise and like red and black. And I feel like the league is favoring Kansas because those are kind of Kansas colors now. So, but those should be the Stars colors. I mean, this looks like Venom, like literally,
I mean,
like
LML Lando saying Starsky isn't terrible. Rachel saying I don't hate it, but I don't understand it.
it
I
looks
feel like
like
I don't mind the watery effects, but it's a theme. You're gonna see. There's a lot of this going on with this like putter pattern in sublimation thing. So what do you think, Luis? Where are we gonna put this one? In the tier maker. What do we
put it
think? A C, a B, an A? I don't know.
C,
A.
C,
I think
C.
C. I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna override you.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it's better than these, and we got a lot of jerseys.
Right,
So we
okay.
gotta give some middle of the road, even if we don't like any of them. Alrighty, now moving on to another jersey. This is the Houston Dash, and now it's purple, Louise. They've got the Houston Dash purple Cosmic Storm secondary authentic jersey. Your thoughts?
Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl.
It's
It's like a Power Ranger.
They say it's purple. I see more pink. Like it's like purple with pink all over it, but it kind of looks like black and pink almost. I think that is a purple, that darker color. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. It's very mid for me.
It looks like it looks like my daughter grabbed a bunch of glitter. Like, Dad, look.
Yeah, it does look a bit like that. But
Yeah.
again, with this like wavy sublimation pattern thingy in the jersey, you know.
I don't know. I'll give it I mean, I would definitely wouldn't wear it. I mean,
Okay. So of all said words saying I love this one and I'm so mad about it.
Who?
I've also where said that, as well as
Well, I will put it at C. C.
Arrow Fighter says it looked like somebody sneezed on it.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. You're gonna go C.
Yeah,
Chat, do we
C.
disagree
Yeah.
with that? I think C. I could see it being a B. You know, also we gotta kind of like put them in order here.
John, would
So
you wear it?
is it better or worse than the Angel City? I think it's
it is better than the
You think
Angel
it's better
City.
than the Angel City kit? Okay. All right. Ella Melendo saying Evelina Duljan looks cool in this kit. So
Okay.
there we go. All righty. Moving on to the next one. I would pull this up, but I don't know if we need to see it in full detail. It's pretty obvious who it is. It is the Kansas City kit. This is their home. Now it's strange to me because it says this is their secondary. I do kind of like the detail, and I'm glad I pulled this up because this is pretty cool. You can see they've got the map of Kansas in the jersey.
What about Oz?
That's a way cooler thing to do with your sublimation, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm for that.
Actually,
I think this is dope.
Yeah, I
like it.
Yeah, it's look, it's uniform. It's simple, goes with the crest, means something. So
Yeah.
I'll go an A on that.
Look, I'm not a big fan of Kansas, but
Me neither.
They own that teal color. It's a great color.
Yep,
This is
great
a
color,
nice jersey. I think
Pretty.
I think I'm with you, Louise. Are we even maybe S tier? Dare we put it in the top tier? Do you think it's worthy?
Think right now I think I would say put it in the S.
All right, it's S tier, baby.
S tier, yeah. I like it. I will wear something like that.
All righty. Yeah, I think that's about right. Okay, moving on. Now we get to see the Gotham. This is also the secondary authentic kit for them. I just not much going on here. I mean, it's that like, you know, shoulder colored black. The rest of it's the light blue. I do like the all black Gotham logo. I think that's pretty nice. But outside of that, everyone's saying no. The teal kit is nice. Don't you dare. Are you saying no to putting it in top tier, guys? If so, we will debate that. Or are you just saying no to the Gotham kit? Do we just not like the Gotham kit? Luis is holding up his Batman.
How hard is to make a jersey?
F. Says
you're Gotham. People know you because of this guy right here. This guy. This is so hard just to make. Like, this does not make any sense, but it's okay. F.
Sorry, I was muted. We don't have F, but we have D.
Okay,
So
let's do D.
I think it's worse than the Bay kit, right?
Yeah.
Rachel is saying no to the top tier on S. All right, chat. Give us right now on the Kansas City kit.
I think we can go to the. I think we can
Tell
go to
us,
the
should
A.
it be A or S?
We can go to the AS, and then you want to add another
Take your
S.
hatred of Kansas out of the equation here.
I think you're subliminally calling it ASS.
Oh dear. Okay. Rachel says F, but I think she just really doesn't like Kansas City. Alrighty. Moving on. This one I gotta find a second.
The St. Louis? Who's that?
I think it's St. Louis. Did anyone tell me what that kid is? That a good sign that I can't tell you what that one is? Okay, I found it. It's the Courage. It is the Courage kit. So it is their secondary authentic jersey. I realize when Nike say secondary, they don't mean away. They just mean like it's the authentic, because like ours, if it says second, I think that's what's going on here. North Carolina Courage.
Look,
it's the same material as the authentic Pride jersey. I can tell.
They are kind of trying to do the Liverpool here, use different shades of red, you know. It's better than others that I've seen. I'll probably give it a B.
A B. I think this is classy. I think it's one of those jerseys that
nice.
will look really nice.
It will look good with anything. I mean, if
I
you
like
want to
the
give
color.
it an A,
I do like the color, and I do like that on here.
Okay, we'll go for an A.
Look at the look at the logo. They did like that. That looks like a nice colorway on the logo. They also like that the sponsor is white and like minimal and not massive.
China.
I don't know what they got going on down here. They've got like a essay. It's like their Latin phrase by the looks of it. Yeah. I mean, I like it.
Yeah, it's actually nice. Actually,
it's nice. Yeah. It's a nice jersey. I'll give them that. So we're gonna put them in A.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now the easy one to rank. The Orlando Pride authentic jersey from 2025.
S, man.
It's got to be S tier.
It's the best one.
Chat, if you haven't got a chance to see this jersey up close and personal, you got to, because it's just absolutely gorgeous. Every detail of it. So I put it up here for you guys. I mean, the logo alone, Louise, can we just appreciate that?
It's epic.
Oh my God. Our fighter says S+++. There's Rachel's like S+++++. There's not a tier high enough, I think, for this jersey, Louise. So yeah. Here we go. We're gonna put it up here. It's definitely gonna be in front of this one. That's for sure. So and we might be biased, but honestly, if I was doing this for if I was just doing this as NWSL podcasts or from other team, I would still put that Orlando Pride jersey.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't, and that's not. I would take one look at that and go, "Damn, that thing is beautiful," because it really is. Alrighty, moving on. I think this is that Houston Dash. I want to say, Luis.
Horns up.
It's kind of hard to tell some of these jerseys. No, it's Portland. It's Portland. Actually, this one looks better.
That's Portland?
Up close. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is Portland. I love that we've got like 90s loading screens on these images. Like it's literally loading in a bit by bit. It looks like really nice detail on this jersey. Like,
what does it mean?
I mean? Like it does look nice.
Like
I do like this logo. I don't like the giant ring logo. I think that's horrible. I don't mind the orange. I think it's kind of cool. It's different.
Oh, it's an orange. It's orange. It's not red.
I don't know. Is it orangey red? It looks pretty orange to me.
It looks orange to me. Yeah.
Yeah. The ring logo is too big. Yeah.
Yeah. The logo is pretty nice.
I'm not convinced. I think it's fairly mid.
Yeah.
The ring logo is massive, dude. Look at that thing. It's like half the jersey.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put it?
I'll put it. I'll put it C, and I put it in
I
front
think
of.
it's worse than these for
Yeah.
sure. I'm gonna put it down there. Yeah, end of C. Alrighty. I believe this is Racing Louisville wearing green next, from what I can tell.
Now,
Yeah, this is just an all solid Racing Louisville green with a very large GE appliance. Something we didn't talk about on one of the other jerseys, but this has the same collar. Have you look at this weird collar? What is that?
I don't know.
It's like
It's like George
it's like
Washington.
layer. It's like a polo collar that somebody cut the wings off. You know,
It's
it's like
like
somebody
it's like the British Parliament.
for real, man. This looks
Watch
like a
them do that, Mark.
1950s, England jersey. Like, what is that?
No, and I don't
It
understand.
looks
It's
kind
like
of classy up close. I gotta say, like, this is that same material ours is made out of.
I didn't know. I
It just
was checking
depends whether
out.
you like the green.
This looks like a third kit for Celtic FC, and I know in
It
Louisville
does.
there's really nothing Irish. So I don't know why they pick green. What does a green mean to them? Do they like bushes? Do they like vegetation? Do they like? I don't know. I don't know, but I just
They
green doesn't
symbolize
go with
harmony, obviously, Louise. It
who
says dark tones of monochromatic
green.
green
Weed.
symbolize harmony, obviously. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, accents and hints of mint green nod towards Louisville's entertainment factor.
What
What?
what entertainment do you go see in Louisville? With all due respect, what entertainment?
I know they got to write this stuff for jerseys, but sometimes, and it's the same with the Adidas ones. Like you read some of the stuff they write, and it's hilarious. Like it's laughable. So yeah, I'm not feeling this one. Where are we putting this?
Look, I would have done a Kentucky Fried Chicken or something. Like
Luis is like,
I don't know. It's something
give me
like
the Colonel Sadness jersey.
Look,
Oh.
Bryson Tiller, Jennifer Lawrence. Who else comes? Genuine, Aaliyah, Little Wayne. They're all from.
Genuine. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're all from Louisville.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence from the X-Men. That's it. Like I don't know what. None of them Irish.
D tier. So Element Landers, I could do the Kentucky Derby jersey. I love that.
Yeah.
All right, D tier. I think it's better than these, though. I'm gonna put it at the top of D.
Yeah,
I think if you look at the material, it is a
that.
nice material, but then I don't give you too much points for
Yeah,
that.
like if you're going out and you're going to a bar and it's a sports bar and it's like a green theme, I like that green. It's kind of classy, dark. It's not so shiny, like a highlighter. We'll go for that.
Alrighty, moving on to a jersey we didn't see this weekend, but I guess we could have. I think it's San Diego Wave, right? Yeah, this is the San Diego Waves blue kit again with the water sublimation pattern. It's like everybody's doing this. Of course, the Wave do it. This is the blue Altamar kit. I don't know what that means. It's probably a region, I'm guessing, of where they are. There's no interesting little tag on it. Nothing there. Are they saying why? Okay, here we go. It's the Altamar kit is dynamic combination of deep ocean blues and tidal-like teals. The Del Sol kit is the sun. Okay, so they have the other kit is the sun kit. This is the sea kit. I'm just not inspired.
They could have put a little orange fish there, and it would have totally been Nemo, Finding Nemo.
I mean, it's. I don't like the other San Diego Wave jersey. Steph, like my fiance, she loves it. She thinks it's really nice. She thinks the logo and the colors are really cool.
Well, with the
I think it looked like the other one looks like a child drew it, but but it's not my colorway. Some people love these colors, so it's not for me. I don't think this is inspiring though. This is literally just a sublimation pattern that Nike have, and they threw their logos on there. No inspiration, nothing exciting. Where do you put it here,
I'll put it
Luis?
on the. I'll put on
C,
the
end of C, top of D.
probably top of. Yeah, I could put
Is it
C.
better or worse than the
Look, we could do a switcheroo. You could put the green one. You can
up
make the
here?
green one C, and then you could do the San Diego D.
At the end, we'll do a review and we'll do a little
Okay,
tweak
switcheroo.
around. We've got 3 more to go. All right. This one, I believe, is the Seattle Rain kit. Let me pull that up so you guys can see. This is interesting. I'm going to say that it's interesting, Luis. Yeah, your thoughts on the white sunrise jersey from Seattle Rain?
It's elegant, but it's kind of plain. Like it doesn't really grab your attention. Like okay, so that's part of the crown of the queen. Like all right, like it's just very simple. Like not even the sides. Like they don't have nothing on the sides. It just looks very. It looks like a training kit more than a real. Yeah, to me, it looks like a training kit.
It's supposed to be the
What?
lines streaming across the jersey, which are inspire iconic designs of the Seattle skyline, capturing the strength and beauty of looking upwards.
They should have done the Nirvana kit.
It's not. I'm not inspired. I mean,
Right?
it's just a
It's not.
white kit with a gold pattern, but the pattern like comes out of their armpit, so it just looks really weird to me. I don't. I'm sorry.
So the
I'm not
skyline
on
comes out
board.
of their armpit.
It
Is that what
does.
you're
Like,
saying?
look at it. Like the central point is you make it over there. What? Anyway.
Well, maybe there's a little
Yeah.
smelly. You know, you never know.
Yeah. People love it. A tier. They like the radial patent. I'm not on
They're the home
board,
of
but
grunge. They probably smell
I
pretty
could see
bad.
B tier. Louis A tier. People are liking this more. It's got class, not
So,
a weird
so the
feels
Chad likes. I'm
intentional.
not looking at the
Okay,
Chad.
that's
The
fair.
Chad
It
likes
is
this
more
one.
intentional sublimation. Yeah.
Okay, you can put it on the B.
B or A, chat. We'll let
B. I
we're
put
not
it B.
loving it, but we'll I'm gonna go end of A. I think it is better than this. That is fair. Compared to all of this down here, it is probably
It
better.
just seems too plain to me, but
It's plain, but it's like at least well done.
okay.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not like bad plain. Like the Louisville one. All right. The the Utah Royals Great Lake jersey. Another one that's basically just water on a jersey. There's a specific colorway here, Luis. Can you think about what colors you're seeing on this jersey and what logo it might remind you of? This blue and yellow is just.
Why do they cut their crest in half? I just don't get it. You know, like the lion is cut in half.
It's like the IKEA blue and yellow for me. I just see
It
the
is.
IKEA colors.
It's kind of like a Boca Juniors type of
I,
vibe.
yeah. What is? I don't. I guess the state of Utah. That's what it is. Okay, I understand that.
Are those the? Let me
That's
look
the
at the
shape of
Utah
the
flag
state of
right now.
Utah. That's why the jersey is cut like that.
Yeah,
I know you. All sideward said I really like these colors. I really don't. I think yellow and blue is hideous personally, but I mean I can see. I think the jersey looks okay. I'm not blown away. I think it's very middle.
yeah.
Or if I wouldn't buy it personally.
Look, if they want to make it all like Utah style, like number one, like the blue color in the Utah flag, it's a dark blue. So I mean, if that's too similar to the blue they had last year, because it is pretty much. I mean, the emblem of Utah, of the flag of Utah, is the colors of the Royals, and I think they should have kept it that way. I mean, but
yeah. Some people say they don't like the sponsor. I mean, the yellow sponsor is, I mean, this is in the colorway. I don't know. I think it's C tier at best.
yeah.
Maybe B tier.
I'll put D.
You put D. Luis is like, yo, D.
Actually, it's okay. You can put C because the other one is definitely getting up.
We're gonna shuffle around. Let's do one more, and Luis's favorite one. Luis, where do you put the Washington Spirit. Technically, it's the yellow Shockwave jersey, but as you know it, the highlighter jersey.
This
Where do
is
you
a
put
straight
that?
up, instead of CVS Health, should have been Sharpie, because clearly this is 3 tonalities of Sharpie that I use at work all the time. I could tell you it's a highlighter. Now, what does that have to do with Washington? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. They could have gone so many different ways, but they just picked that stupid color. I could have done so many things, man.
I mean, they're white and black. Like that's such a great like. Just do a black jersey and a white
But
jersey every
weren't the
year.
Spirit like red, white, and blue at some point?
I don't.
Would
They
they
must
have the
have
old
changed
logo?
it.
Now they're
Now
all
they're
black,
mainly white and black, from what I see.
like Bay FC. Like, there's too many white and black clubs.
Yeah, I mean, you got to own a color, if you ask me.
Yeah,
Try and
you
own
know.
a color.
Orlando owns
Yeah,
purple.
yeah,
Like
like that's
everyone knows, is purple,
KC owns that. That
teal.
teal. That's it. You got to own a color, in my opinion. And like, look at Houston. Like Houston, they got that orange for both teams, and it's like I don't like it, but it's a Houston
It's
color.
Houston.
Yeah, so it's for me. I would never go for my alternate jersey as highlighter yellow. I think it's horrible. I don't
And
like
highlighter
it.
green too on the collar.
So I'm getting the vibe from the chat that y'all also don't like this. So
I'm gonna put a D, a strong
yeah,
D.
I think bottom of the pile. All right, chat. I know there's some controversy here. Y'all are like, move this there, move this there. So give us your input. What should we change? I think S tier is looking pretty good. I think Orlando Pride top, and then KC Current right after that. I do think this Racing, is it the Racing Louisville one? That's pretty
North
nice.
Carolina.
Sorry, North Carolina. I think that's pretty nice.
And
I think we got to figure out B and C. Maybe we do a bit of moving
I'll
around
say,
here.
to me, look, if you look at the Angel City one, even though I hate the pink and the black, but to me it looks better than the red and
This one here, the Houston one.
I think that the Angel City one should be on the B.
This, yeah. I mean, I do like the pattern inside it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
And
that
to
great.
me it looks better than the black one for
All right. What about the Houston jersey? I think this way around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about the Houston jersey? What should we feel like? Remove that up.
And
people saying Houston and Portland deserve to be B. Houston up to B. Yeah, I think it's probably better than this one, right?
Yeah, I think we could put Portland instead of the other black one.
I think that's fair. I don't mind this. I think this is good.
I think that's good. Yeah.
I think I would probably leave that. Portland, we could put them at the top of C. But I think that ring jersey, that ring logo just really kills the vibes for me. What about D list?
Like, what I've not seen at all?
Dash to B, maybe.
And again, this is a good idea for a future Pride jersey.
Yeah.
A solid stripe, like a band. Like Portland could do that. It would be cool. Just saying.
There we go. Now we're the only ones with an S tier jersey, so everybody can be happy.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, there we go. So top right after us, Rachel, is in the A tier, is KC. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think you could maybe mess around with these down here. I think this one arguably is better than these.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this at all.
The green one is for St. Patty's Day,
Yeah.
When you want to drink some green beer.
All right, y'all. Thank you very much for enjoying us with a little bit of fun here on the NWSL tier maker for the kits. This is a really cool thing with this tier maker that I wanted to see how we went today. I've done it with other pods. It's a lot of fun to do. So thank you all for joining in. Maybe I think in the future, Luis, we're going to do this with the clubs. I'm thinking we're going to do a tier power ranking in the future for NWSL. So maybe we'll do that next week as we fill time with a week off here as well. So
I'm working on hopefully some content for y'all from a former Pride player. I'm working right now. I don't know if she responded to me yet, but we'll see.
All
And
right.
then that's something that's going to be pre-recorded, and then it'll be posted in our socials hopefully soon. And then, no, thank you guys for all your support.
Yeah, like we said, no game this week, so internationals coming up. We'll be able to watch some Pride players playing for their national team. But in the future, we'll be back next week, of course, to preview the game against. I'm blanking now, Luis. Who are we playing? Seattle. Yeah,
Seattle Rain.
we're playing away at Seattle next week, so we'll be back to
We
preview that.
It's going to be a long trip, and we meet former Pride player Phoebe McLaren.
Wow. So yes, thank you to everybody who was here in the chat. You guys were awesome. I loved all of your opinions on the jerseys. Drop a like on the video if you have not already. Please share it. Tell your friends about Loud and Proud Orlando if they're Pride fans. If you sit with them at the game and you know that they're really into it and they might enjoy our content, word of mouth is just as good as a like or a follow or a share. We always have to ask you guys for your help on that stuff because it brings more people. We got to play the algorithm game. We got to get out there to more people. And that's the only way to do that is by doing all of those things. So we appreciate all of you who are here in the comments or commenting after or listening after or watching later. We appreciate all of you. So thank you very much.
No, thank you guys for your support. You can check us out on X at LP_podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, and for everybody that's listening. Drop us a 5-star rating. It will help us a lot to grow even more. And no, man, I'm excited for what's coming for the Pride. I'm poised for another championship, and hopefully we make it to I should go to another away party, like watch party. We should definitely do
Yeah,
that.
we got to get Luis out to a watch party. We're
Yeah,
gonna make that happen. Sure. I think in the future we might even host a watch party. So
yeah,
maybe
it'd be cool.
something we're thinking about doing. Maybe there'll be a Pride game we could do that for. So we appreciate all of you guys, and of course, as we always finish here, Luis, we say, "Vamos Pride."
Vamos Pride. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for your support.